start of a new day here by the Taroko Gorge, and I'm heading over back to the train station so I can take a look into renting a bike or a scooter or something to explore the gorge with. And I just got on a bus from my Airbnb that goes back to the train station. It was 25 Taiwanese dollars, so that's like about $1.50 or so, US or Canadian. And the bus is really cool. It's actually an electric bus. So this is first time I've been in a fully electric city bus, which is pretty cool. I think this one's made by BYD, which is a Chinese car company that also makes electric cars and electric buses. And it's really cool to see it in such a beautiful place of nature that they have electric transportation instead of diesel buses. So nice to see. The bus itself inside isn't anything fancy, but it sounds pretty cool when it's the engine's going. Alright, so just got the scooter from the rental at the train station. So you can either just get it when you arrive in town right at the train station, or just take a bus like I did back to the train station and grab a scooter. There was a lot available. Looks like, again, this is the quiet season, so nothing was really rented out. The price is 400 Taiwan dollars, so it's about 20 bucks for us, and that's for the day, for 24 hours. It doesn't come with gas, so you have to go to the gas station and fill it up yourself. You do need an international driver's license and your passport. They hold on to the passport until you return the bike. There's a helmet included, and everything seems to be working fine. Not exactly the newest, best scooter ever, but it's good enough for this. So just when I got it out of the train station, there's a couple of like really quiet back roads here, so I took it for just a quick ride around these back roads just to make sure everything's working fine, get a good feel for it before I get onto the main road where there's a little more traffic. Alright, time for a ride. So just a few minutes into riding around on the gorge, and I want to show you one of the reasons why this is definitely a must-see place in Taiwan and probably around the world. One of the most amazing spots. And when you come to Taiwan, you have to come out to the Taroko Gorge and take a tour or rent a bike and come out this way because of this incredible blue water. It's like turquoise or sapphire color. It's really incredible. I've never seen water like this before. This is the Taroko Hotel. The hotel is kind of a cabin type system. So there's a bunch of these cabins that you can rent, and really incredible scenery. Of course, this is kind of a more of a touristy sort of place, but it's really nice. They still have a lot of the staff are Taroko, and they have a lot of history around here about the tribe and about the culture of the tribe and kind of the practices. So it's really nice to see this and experience it. So it's a nice would be a nice place to stay. I mean, it's surrounded by amazing scenery. Obviously the price is going to be a little bit higher than an Airbnb just in town if you want to get a really nice experience right in nature here with an amazing view of mountains all around you. And it might be worth it. You can definitely see why people settled here because it is sort of a beautiful oasis. Alright, so having some lunch at the Taroko Hotel, which is just above the visitor center here. It's really good. So this is tilapia fish. That's prepared really, really well. It's a little expensive, like $10 Canadian. But it's really good. Last night I went to a restaurant in the village where I'm staying. There, for around the same price, I got like a whole set meal, and it was also kind of a local traditional food, fish as well, which is really good. It's amazing. But yeah, a little bit pricey, but local, at least for the local area, but obviously a little bit touristy kind of prices, but it was delicious, so highly recommend it. And this is really great too. Fantastic. Very delicate and just a little bit sweet. There's sort of like a sweet sauce on it, which makes it really, really good. Alright, so no matter how fast you try to go through this place, you're probably going to stop every few minutes just to admire views like this. It's really hard to actually make a lot of progress here just because everything's so amazing. But that's the point. Take your time, don't rush through it, and one day is definitely not enough to see the entire gorge, but at least you get a bit of a taste and you'll have something to do when you come back. So one thing that's keeps coming up in places you read about the gorge is quite often parts of the road or bridges or different trails get damaged because of the typhoons and earthquakes. So it does change a lot, I believe. So there's areas that sometimes are open, sometimes are closed. Kind of depends on when you come and how lucky you get, sort of with the state of the road and the different trails. So you may not be able to do everything that you research, but there's still so much to see that there's always going to be something interesting, no matter what. All right, back onto the faithful steed here and continue down the trail. This is one of the best spots to see the gorge. There's a nice observation platform here, and you can see all the way down into the gorge there, and just see how tall it is too. Suspension bridge across the Liwa River. It's definitely a little bouncy, and the railings are pretty low. Yeah, so there's a lot of signs saying don't lean onto them, which makes a lot of sense. So, after this bridge, you do need a permit for certain areas to go hiking. So, for example, here, which is something I don't have, but today's a little bit too short of a day to try and do all that, to do the ride and try to do a bunch of hikes. So for now, I'm just gonna do the ride across the gorge, and then try to do the hikes. Maybe I'll do one tomorrow early morning before I return the bike. But I'm not sure if I'll have too much time, but I'll definitely be back, that's for sure. Even if I don't get a chance to do that right now, I'm gonna come back and see this all again. Maybe more in the spring or in the fall or something, when the weather will be a little warmer. It's still nice, it's not cold or anything, but riding on the scooter, a little bit chilly. Alright, well, that was a pretty cool suspension bridge. Next, back on the bike. Let's see where we're going next. Alright, so stopped over on the side of the road, and this is the Bayang Trail, and it goes through this big tunnel, which is very dark. I'll show it on the way back, but it's basically pitch black in there, so you need a flashlight, or your phone flash will do just fine, but make sure you have enough battery power when going through this. It's a pretty simple trail. It's actually paved for a part of it, so pretty easy to get around. So on the sign it said apparently there are monkeys hanging around here, so if you're lucky, see if I can spot any. The problem is if you do see any of the monkeys, they're usually a little bit further away, so with a wide angle lens on a camera like this, you're not going to be able to see very much, even if I do film them. Oh, well, it's basically pitch black here in the tunnel. It's very quiet too. Very eerie and quiet in the tunnels. But yeah, there's no lights, so you need your phone light for this. So here's the tunnel entrance to the Bayang tunnel, and I love how post-apocalyptic. It almost looks like this tunnel just overgrown going into this mountain. So here I'll come this way so you can see a little bit how pitch black it is in there. It's kind of long, so disappear into darkness here. Alright, so that was the end of the trail. And I'm just coming back out to the same tunnel that I went in, and so you can see what it looks like. So, time to head back. Well, there we go. Finally got to see some monkeys over here by the side of the road. They're very cute and just hanging out. A lot of baby monkeys too. They seem to be all over, actually, both sides of the road. Unfortunately, there's a lot of garbage around here, which is what they're picking through. So a lot of people are just throwing garbage around. So they're just kind of looking to see what they can find, going through the old boxes and bags here. Wish I had a zoom lens to be able to get a closer shot of them. The older one's just staring at me, just checking to see what I'm doing. Pretty cool. Glad I finally got to see some. Alright, back on the road. See you, monkeys.